Today I'm going to talk to you about some common myths I hear when people are talking about Profit First. And it is always coming from those people who haven't implemented Profit First, so they don't have the experience with it, but they still feel like these things are issues and reasons why you shouldn't set up Profit First in your business. So what I hear, the three main ones is there's just too many bank accounts. That's going to make my bookkeeping complicated or my accounting complicated. That it adds too much time for themselves as the business owner, and then also for their bookkeeper and their accountant. And the final one that I hear all the time is it won't work for my business because. And then usually 99% of the time, what comes after the because isn't a very strong case. And again, these are always coming from people who haven't implemented it themselves in the business. So what I want you to have a think about with what I'm going to chat about today is imagine if more bank accounts make it easier to know where you are from a financial standpoint. What if it actually saves time for your bookkeeper and your accountant? And what if, when Profit First is customized to your business, that it works each and every time, whether you're a one-person band starting out or you're a 15, 20-person team that's been going for 20 years. So I just want you to have a think about those what ifs. Three things I want to cover today. Firstly, accounting, bookkeepers, coaches who are implementing Profit First with you must be certified. And if you've listened to me before, you would have heard me talk about this. Just like you need to be licensed to be the tradie that you are, we need to be certified to be able to teach and coach you on Profit First, or to be a Profit First accountant, a Profit First bookkeeper, or a Profit First coach. We must be certified. So we go through a rigorous initial certification process. Then we have an annual ongoing recertification process that we have to go through. And we also have monthly training and ongoing throughout the year to make sure that we understand the system completely. So whilst it is a simple system, the key is the customization of the Profit First system for the client. And that only comes through the doing. Now, I've been a certified Profit First professional now for over 5 years, and I did it in my own business for a couple of years prior to that. And there's still things that I learn each and every time that I have a training session. So just like you are learning constantly on the job, it may not be big things you're learning, but there's little tweaks that you learn just through experience that allow you to be a better tradie and do a better job than what you were doing a month ago, a year ago, and so on. So I can't stress that enough. If anyone says to you that they're going to work with you for Profit First, make sure you jump on the profitfirstaustralia.com.au website and double check that they are certified, because unfortunately there are a number of people out there who know the system, they've read the book, they might have implemented it in their own business, they may have worked with a certified Profit First professional previously, and they think that they can do it for their clients. And in fact, they're A, not allowed to, and B, they just don't have the experience and the training to be able to do it successfully in your business. The second thing I hear is, oh, I can implement it myself. Absolutely, you can. You could read my book, you could read Mike's book, and you could follow the steps and you could implement it yourself. And I have worked with a number of people who have done this, but that only gets you so far. It's like me saying, I'm going to do an extension on my house, but don't worry, I'll do the electrical myself, or I can do the plumbing. Like I could probably get, I could probably run a bit of wiring and I can probably lay some pipes, but it's not going to all connect up properly and work. Same concept here. So if that is you and you have read the book and you've been implementing it yourself, if you feel like it isn't as good as I rave on about it, or isn't as good as you hear from others, then that's probably because it hasn't been implemented correctly. And the third thing I hear all the time is, it won't work for my business because I'm too busy, I'm too big, I'm too small, there's only me, I'm too overworked, I'm all of those things. And when I hear that, it's usually coming from just the unknown and the thought of another thing being piled on top of us, another to do, for many people is just too much to even think about it. But what I want to do is challenge you that if you implemented Profit First in your business, I say to my clients, if you can give me 1 hour a week, I will find you that 1 hour plus at least another couple, plus I'm going to find you money that you can have cash in the bank, which means you don't have to work harder. We want to work smarter. And I know that is a bit of a cliche saying, but it really is about having a financial system in place. Now, when you do your job, when you do your trade, you just don't go in there and, randomly run electrical wire a particular way or lay pipes just however you feel like it. There's a system and a process that you go through each and every time, depending on what type of job you're doing, that you have been taught and that you have learned over the years how to do it the most efficient way. And that is what Profit First is as well. It's your financial system in your business that I hear time and time and time and time and time again. If I had $1 for every time I spoke to a tradie who said, gosh, I wish they taught us this at the end of our apprenticeship, I wouldn't have to have a business. I would be rolling in it. And that is what drives me crazy. There are so many amazing tradies out there who are exceptionally skilled at their trade, but they're fumbling through business from a financial perspective because nobody has ever given you that financial system to implement in your business to make this easier. It doesn't have to be as difficult as it is. I'm seeing such an increase. I'm talking to so many more people at the moment who have lots of work, hard to get staff, no money in the bank, lots of ATO debts, lots of other debts, and they just don't know where to from here. So I always say, please reach out. Don't just think that Profit First isn't for you without actually having a conversation with myself or another certified Profit First professional to see how it would fit with your business, what we can actually do for you, and what improvements it's going to give you. So, as I said, we can do Profit First. You just have to make sure that you work with a certified Profit First professional. You can DIY it, but if you're not the type of person who has, you're the type of person who needs the accountability and you need somebody telling you, okay, you need to do this by here and checking in with you, then maybe DIY is not for you. And the third myth, as I said, is that it won't work for my business because I challenge you that that's not true. I've yet to work with somebody who we haven't been able to implement it and haven't made a huge difference in their business. So if that is you and you're like, it won't work for me, book in a call, let's have a conversation so you can know definitely whether it's going to be a fit or not. And if it's not a fit for you, I will tell you that. I don't work with everybody that I talk to because sometimes it's not a good fit for them now. But what I will do is give you some steps and some action items to actually go away and do so that you can get the most out of Profit First when it is the better time for you to implement in your business. For the majority of people, now is a great time. Don't leave it any longer, but please make sure you book in and have a chat. I'll have the link here for you. Book in, it's 15 minutes. You can ask me all the questions you want about Profit First, or I can step you through my process to help you get clarity on where to next and if it's going to work for you and how that looks like for you. And at least out of that 15-minute conversation, you're going to know one way or the other whether yes, you should look into it further, or no, I need to do these things first.